Coach Norvell said that early on he felt like the defensive front got some pressure, got some TFLs. How did they play overall today, and what have you seen from your guys this spring?
I thought we came out with good energy. We have some guys that have some experience, obviously, playing in that first group. Dennis Briggs, Derek McClendon, Jared Verse, Leonard Warner. Those guys, did a nice job, I thought, setting the tone. At least on the field, without watching the film yet, I thought we were able to impact the scrimmage a little bit today.
Next will be Chris Nee from Noles 247.
Hey, JP, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
Sorry about that. Just wanted to ask about the defensive end room, the young guys, especially at Patrick Payton, Byron Turner. How have they done, and how did they do in the setting of today?
Overall through 7 days of work, I think they've done a nice job. We probably have as much depth as in the room as I've ever had an opportunity to coach. So it's always a challenge to get the guys enough work because I do like our young group. I like Patrick Payton a lot. I like Byron. I thought George Wilson did some good things today. Dante Anderson, who's a true freshman, Aaron Hester, all those guys need work and reps. And I thought for the first scrimmage and really the first opportunity for that group of guys to go through a spring ball, I was pleased with the way they approached today and the effort and the attitude and the energy they brought.
Next will be Kurt Weiler from Tallahassee Democrat.
You mentioned Jared. He seems like somebody who's kind of gotten better maybe with each practice. And I know Coach Fuller said that how confident he is that even next time, next scrimmage, he'll be even better than this one, just with how quick a learner he is. How impressed have you been with that?
I've been impressed with Jared in a lot of different ways. His ability to take correction and then apply it has been really impressive so far. He's not a guy that makes multiple mistakes, or at least he doesn't make the same mistake twice very often. He's a very conscientious player. And when you couple that with a tremendous skill set, you set yourself up for an opportunity to be a productive player. And that's what he showed to this point.
Go back to Chris Nee.
Special teams, how much were you able to do today? And are there any guys in the return game that are new here, specifically Micah Pittman, that seem to be kind of showing what you guys are hoping to see at that spot?
Yeah, so special teams, our philosophy is, in spring practice, we're looking to, number one, really establish and hone in on the fundamentals. Two, create depth, get as many guys, getting work and learning the fundamentals and skills. And then three, start implementing scheme, gradually as we go, and really in that order. And, the scheme that we do have in is the punt scheme. So we were able to get some good work in that today. Everything else was more competitive drill work setting. And, I thought there was good work in that as well. From a returner standpoint, to answer that question, Mike has done a really good job. He's been impressive. To me, one of the things that we had to get addressed immediately was just the consistency of having a guy back there that we could count on to catch it every time. And, he has that aggressive mindset. He's very confident, and I have a lot of trust in his ability to be able to get that done. I think he's done a nice job. I think Keyshawn Helton has done a good job. In terms of young guys, we have gotten Sam McCall some reps back there. Lazarier has gotten some reps as a kick returner. So I thought those guys have done a good job so far.
We'll go back to Ira.
It seemed like Ryan really kind of came into his own as last season went on. Has that continued into the spring? And did you guys do any live field goals today?
Yeah, we did do some live field goal work, and I thought he had a really good day. I think it's critical that we kind of have that whole battery of guys back. Long snapper, holder, kicker. They were able to get an off season together. You see Ryan growing in his confidence every day. We do game-winning field goal scenarios at the end of every practice, and he's been really, really good in those pressure situations. And he had a really good day today. I got to look at the statistical numbers, which I haven't seen yet, but I don't think he missed one today, which, that's a good day for him. And I was pleased with him. I do want to give one shout out to a guy that came off injury. I thought did a good job today in the scrimmage is Aidan Shahriari, who had been on the roster, backup kicker, had an ACL, and he did a nice job. He went in there and made his field goal. So I was happy for him just coming off an ACL. So I wanted to throw that out there.
We'll go back to Kurt.
Dennis Briggs is not a guy who's new to the team, but he's new in your position group. I guess, how have you seen that move, and how important was that move just from a depth standpoint with losing both starters there?
Having Dennis transition over to play some defensive end has been really good. He is that body type that has the size to play inside if you wanted him to, but he does have the athleticism that can play defensive end. And, one of the things is as our defense has evolved over the course of the 2 years plus that we've been here is having that big physical presence at the end spot is an advantage for us in terms of how we play the game. So Dennis is going to be a guy that on early downs is going to be playing defensive end. Probably in a third down throw scenario, he'll be kicked back inside some. Not a whole lot different than how Keir Thomas played for us a year ago. So I've been pleased with Dennis's progress so far, especially coming off the injury. He got probably a few more reps than I even expected him to get today. And I thought he did a nice job.
We'll go back to Ira.
I think Coach Norvell and Coach Fuller both mentioned Patrick Payton having a nice play or two here today. When you have a young guy that's got potential, like what do they need to do to become more consistent? You guys always talk about consistency and seeking consistency. Like, what's the key to that, to becoming somebody you guys can trust to play in games?
I think that just comes with more repetition. He did do some really good things today. And when he can stack one practice on another, and then can be consistent in the scrimmages, that's where that trust gets built up. When you see it day in and day out, a high level of play, you start counting on that to be the Patrick Payton you see every day. And through 7 days, I've seen growth, I've seen improvement, and I have seen consistency, not only in his play, but in his approach. We only go obviously every other day in the spring, and every day that he shows up with a mindset to work. And, if he continues down this path, his future is going to be bright.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.